Hey Jaguar fans, Mitch Grooms coming back for a very different video. There's Miss Red right there. I'm actually going to take it on a road trip. This will actually be my first road trip since I bought this car 5 years ago. And I'm really nervous. It's 6 hours one way, going to see my mom and dad. My brother is going to go with me. He's like 30 minutes down the road. And I'm going to taking Miss Red to Tennessee from Georgia in the US. Really nervous about it because, you know, my mechanic really messed me up. We did the tensioners on the car, and the harmonic balancer was not torqued down right. It came loose 3 times from the crank. I don't know how it got the thing back on, but it's been on there for 25,000 miles, and I've had no issues. So I'm going to, what am I supposed to look at? Where's the camera? Anyway, I'm going to chance it, and I will bring you along. And let's just hope this car gets me to Tennessee. I'm actually shaky because I have not done it, because I have not trusted this car since my mechanic screwed me. There it is. So we'll be on the road shortly, and I gotta get my dog put in here. I got my ramps. She's old and she can't walk. She's actually dying. So I'm gonna take her to doggy camp for 3 days, and we'll go from there. All right, next time you see me, we'll be on the road, hopefully. Later, guys. Got my pretty girl in the car. Her name's Licky. She's going to daycare for 3 days. Hey, Licky. I've had her for 13 and a half years. Long time. All right, we're headed to the doggy camp, headed to my brother's church. More to come. Hey, Mitch back. We have 4 hours and 29 minutes left. Say hi to my brother.
Hello.
Get him on the camera. Everything's going good so far. We'll be back soon. You did right?
Yep.
Well, this is the first time I've ever used my cruise control. First time ever. Great Smoky Mountains. Halfway mark. So we have another 250 miles, 275 miles to go. Well, Mitch Grooms back. Well, we made it to Paris, Tennessee. It was a 6-hour drive. We had no issues with the car. And let's see if I've leaked any coolant. A 6-hour drive, let's see. Nope. Full 6-hour drive, that's full. Very good. I know I've got a leak in the rear main seal, but it's not called that, it's something else. Let's see. So it does leak. And I was almost full when I left Atlanta. I did a full engine. I changed my oil, so I probably burned about a half. Well, it leaks. You know, it doesn't do too well, but it does leak. But we got home. She did well. And that was really kind of nerve-wracking, but I kind of calmed down after a while because I was starting to trust Miss Red. But now I do trust her more. So I think I'm okay. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please share, subscribe to the channel. Yeah, I know this is kind of a boring video, but it's kind of nerve-wracking. And I will come back and give my mileage when I go back to Atlanta and see how I did on the interstate. All right, we're back. I was not going to make a video of us getting back to Atlanta, but I guess I will. We've been iced in, and this is the way we're getting my door open. A waterbed heater. Everything's frozen solid here in Paris, Tennessee, and it is actually working. Sun is starting to come out. Wow, that'd be great. We have like a ½ inch ice on the roads, so we will continue this adventure to get back home in Miss Red. Let's see how we do. My brother's gonna drive backwards out of the driveway. This time his car's been in snow. Very first time. Watch the tree. Ah. Okay. Good job. All right. Yay. Brother's driving. He's better in the snow than I am. Actually, this is all ice. I think we'll be fine. I'm setting for. Did you miss me? Did you miss me? Did you miss me? We're home. We're getting home. So it's been a long trip. We will get back to you here shortly, and I'll let you know how the mileage and everything else going on. All right, bye. We made it. Amazing. Hey, it's Mitch back to give you my reviews on the XJR on my first road trip to Paris, Tennessee. Now, I drove a total of about 500 miles, and I live in Atlanta, Georgia. Went to Paris, Tennessee to see my family, my brother. I picked him up in Marietta, and we drove on. So we actually got snowed in Paris, and that was great because my parents are 80 and 83 years old, and I'm very close to them. And so I enjoyed getting snowed in, as you saw the video with the snow. So I want to give you my thoughts about the road trip. This is the first one. The car has never been in snow before, never been in ice before. So the car is from Boca Raton, Florida, and it's never been in any kind of salt. So I do have salt all over this beautiful Miss Red. It's getting ready to rain, and I can't wait to get the snow off the car, and that will be probably tomorrow. But here is what I came up with. I want to see what kind of gas mileage this would get. Now, this is the US, so I know that people in UK, you do different, the way you do mileage and gasoline per mile. So I did 307 miles, and in 307 miles, I burned 15.5 gallons, not liters, but gallons. That gives me with a total of 19.7 miles per gallon. Now, let me explain something. When we left Paris, Tennessee, the car was sheeted with ice. It was 23 degrees. I couldn't get the ice off the roof, the hood, the bonnet. And so the ice was probably 150 pounds of ice. When I finally got the ice off the bonnet and the hood and everything else, it was heavy. It was about a ½ inch thick. So we drove with the ice on the hood, bonnet, and the roof for about 3 hours. And my brother was in the car. The car we had it loaded down with our bags and our belongings, and the car was full. So without all the ice, and the baggage and everything else, or luggage, I would probably say I got 21 miles to a gallon. And the drag with the ice and on the hood and the roof, that drag was bad because there's no, it's just pulling you back. So I think I probably got 21 miles to a gallon. And the comfort of the car was amazing. I am not a big guy. I'm 175 pounds. I'm 5'10", not big. My brother's about the same height, same weight. So we're not big guys. If you're a big dude, there's really not much room for you in the car. But since I'm average size, thank you, I am. My brother is too. We had plenty of room. The seats were comfortable. The car was just responsive. Oh my God. Didn't lose any coolant. Everything, it just ran so freaking well. I'm so proud of this car. And if you think about getting an XJR X308 and you're kind of savvy about how to work on these things, I would definitely think about getting one. Make sure it's maintained, get all the paperwork that you have, make sure that your tensioners and guides have been replaced, and just make sure it's been maintained. And I think you'll be very happy with the car. I think this is the prettiest sedan that has ever been built. This is a 1998. We do now have 92,000 miles on it. So it's not a low mileage car like it was when I got it. I got it 5 years ago with 52,000 miles. Go back to my videos, they're all in there. But again, this red did me proud, got me home safe. The only thing that happened with this car, and I'd actually do have XM radio, and I fit the cassette through the tape deck. Well, guess what? The tape deck stopped working. I'm gonna clean the heads and see if I can get it to work again. I don't know, but that's it. Everything else is fine. Got me home. I now trust this beautiful sedan more than I did before, and I hope my trip wasn't boring for you, but I was really nervous before I took off. I didn't want to get stranded, but if I got stranded, we're gonna survive. We'll be fine. But I really very comfortable with this car now. I don't feel like I'm gonna break down now. This is my first long trip, the first long trip in this car ever, and it didn't let me down again. Thank you for watching. I hope it just wasn't boring to you. Again, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you're interested in these videos, and I'll have more coming up. And again, thank you guys, appreciate you. We'll talk to you later. Miss Red.